Have you ever wondered what it's like to be Iron Man and have your own Jarvis? Have you ever thought about how many mediocre tasks you grind through every single day? All the emails, invoices, scheduling, flipping your lights on and off like it's 1998? See, ChatGPT, Claude, and Perplexity, they're great, but they can only go so far. They'll write the email, but they won't log in, click the buttons, and actually send it for you. I'm going to break down what OpenClaw is, how it works, the best use cases that I actually use, the security risks, and where it shines the most. See, OpenClaw is basically the gateway drug to real AI assistant. It creates the ability to automate through text and voice, name it whatever you want, and once it's set up, just say, "Hey Jarvis."
At your service, sir.
Gauge heads-up display.
Check.
Four-door preferences from home interface.
Will do, sir.
Hi, my name is Nick, come for the AI news, stay for Iron Man, and some coffee of course. Now for those of you that don't know what OpenClaw is an open source personal AI assistant that you run on your own computer. You can run it on a Mac, Linux, Windows, and my two favorite, the Raspberry Pi and a VPS like a DigitalOcean or a Hostinger. Instead of going to a website and trying to type prompts, you just text it on WhatsApp, Telegram, Discord, Slack. You can read and write files, run scripts, control your browser, and talk to other apps you use. Think of it like a slightly overqualified intern who lives in your phone and is all jacked up on Mountain Dew.
Chip, I'm all jacked up on Mountain Dew.
I love that. I want to give you a quick breakdown of what it's good at and how I personally use it. OpenClaw works especially well for development and ops if you set it up correctly. There's a ton of opportunities to build little businesses around it. For example, an automated website scout. Now this one is probably the simplest and easiest one in terms of ROI, but realistically, all you have to do is spin up OpenClaw on a cheap server. You could even do it on a Raspberry Pi. It regularly scans local businesses that either don't have a website or has something that looks like it was built like on Windows 95 or XP. It grabs their info, generates clean modern site mockup, writes a short, non-cringe, cold email, checks your calendar, and attempts to schedule a call based on your availability. Once all of those are complete, it'll ping you and say, "Hey, I found 3 businesses, I made the mockups, and I booked your intro calls for, let's say, Thursday. Here's everything that I sent you," and it'll send you a snippet of all the stuff. The next big one is just a quality of life. Your inbox and calendar fixer. It lets you triage your inbox once or twice a day, drafts replies in your style, and cleans up meetings that don't make sense. You have a content pipeline helper as well. For people like content creators or small business owners, it can watch a folder for scripts and transcripts, extract topics, generate thumbnail ideas, short summaries, and schedule posts and drafts with your tools. Basically, if there's a workflow where you say, "I do the same 10 steps every single time," OpenClaw is the glue that can chain all that together. Under the hood, OpenClaw has 4 big superpowers that make it feel like Jarvis and not just Billy with a ChatGPT wrapper. It has memory. It remembers who you are, what you like, how you work. You tell it once, no meetings before 11 a.m., I'm in Central Standard Time, and my main clients are X and Y. And it will use that context in future tasks instead of asking you every single time. It uses agents, not just one-off questions. It gives goals and stuff like plan my week around these priorities, clean up my sponsorship emails and draft replies, monitor flights for under $300 to LA or Texas or New York. It breaks that into steps and chooses tools and works through it. You have skills and plugins. These are its main superpowers. You connect it to an email, calendars, databases, browsers, APIs, and smart devices. You can install new skills or even write your own, so it can talk to the exact tools that you use, like Notion, other CRMs, cloud providers, you name it. You can also schedule it to run tasks on a schedule. Daily digests, weekly planning, checking certain sites, pulling analytics. That's how you go from "I chat with it" to "this thing quietly does everything I don't want to." You put those 4 together and you get something that feels less like a chatbot and more like an invisible team member. Let's put it in perspective. Tons of businesses are looking to have personal assistant. OpenClaw just opened the door for low-cost employees, but it doesn't come without risks. Let's talk about the part that makes OpenClaw actually dangerous. Most of us are used to AI and chatbot. Worst case scenario, it just confidently lies to you about some random fact, bad or redundant code, and you roast it in the comments. But OpenClaw is a little bit different. It's more like a coworker that, if not set up correctly, has free access to your digital life. It'll run commands, it'll move files, it'll send those emails and hit APIs. So when it misunderstands you, it's not just wrong text, it's wrong action. You tell a normal chatbot, cancel some of my subscriptions I have, and you get a list of suggestions. You tell a badly configured OpenClaw instance the same thing with too much autonomy, and suddenly your gym membership's canceled, your domain registrar's canceled, your favorite streaming service is gone. Like, congratulations, your life is clean now. Also, you can't go to Costco anymore. And that's without anyone attacking it. You leave it completely open, exposed on the internet, and you don't lock it down, and it gets compromised. Yeah, you just gave Johnny the axe and he's breaking down the door to your life.
Here's Johnny.
But all jokes aside, why does this matter? Because this is most likely the direction that AI assistants are going. We're moving from ask ChatGPT a question and tell an assistant a goal, and it quietly goes off and does the thing across the apps. It has real upside potential. Less busy work, more time for creative, strategic stuff, tiny solar founder businesses that look way bigger from the outside because so much of it is actually automated. But this forces us to think about what we're actually comfortable delegating. How much access do you actually want to give? And what does safety look like when an AI can actually push the buttons, not just give the advice? OpenClaw is one of the first mainstreamish tools that really shows both sides. Insane convenience, a very real risk, all bundled up into a chat window on your phone or your desktop. So is this the beginning of our personal Jarvis? Or is this the moment that we handed root access to an overeager autocomplete? Would you trust an AI with this much control over your life and your computer? Tell me in the comments, what's the first thing you would let it automate? And what's the one thing that you would never hand over? Is this something that you would actually even use? If you want to see how to actually set up OpenClaw and run parts of your life for better or worse, hit the like button, subscribe, and comment down below, and I'll make that video. Assuming it doesn't cancel my YouTube channel first. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.